Spongebob Squrepants is a little bit of a Nickelodeon cartoon that aired in 1999 on May 1st after the Kids' Choice Awards, and the ratings went through the roof that day. A bunch of people tuned in to watch it. Everyone who watched it basically loved it. And from that point forward, the late Stephen Hillenburg's masterpiece would continue to influence the lives of the generation that grew up with his show and all the adults who gave it a chance as well. For me, SpongeBob has had a massive impact on my life. I'm not someone who grew up with, like, the first 3 seasons only. Like, it was sort of a mixture between that, like, seasons 4 to 8, and then, like, seasons 9 onward. Like, it was a mixture of all different types of eras for, like, when I watched SpongeBob as a kid. And yeah, I do agree that, like, the first 3 seasons are definitely the best era and only really worthy era to go back to, but I still have, like, a massive respect for every season and everyone who worked on the show, whether it's Stephen Hillenburg, Paul Tibbitt, Tom Kenny, Bill Fagerbakke, Mr. Lawrence, like, just everyone who's, like, been involved with it, like, and still has like so much spirit with them for a show that's been, like, going on for more than 25 years, which many people have claimed to, like, overstay its welcome. And but when the cast is so enthusiastic about, like, still working on a show, on, like, a very long running show after 25 years, like, to me that's just, you can, like, say what you want, but to me that's just incredible. To this day, I always find a way to, like, find more and more joy in SpongeBob, whether it be the perfectly classic Golden Age seasons, which is seasons 1 to 3, the first movie, which is personally one of my favorite animated movies of all time, the Paul Tibbitt era, which is seasons 4 to 8, I think, like the second movie, like the Stephen Hillenburg's temporary return before he sadly passed away, which is still one of the saddest things to ever happen in the entertainment industry. Like, I'll never forget the day it was announced. Like, it was in the same year that, like, Stan Lee died, and it wasn't good. It wasn't. And if I'm being honest, the show, like, isn't really the same without him. Like, it's, like, I appreciate, like, the new showrunners, like, trying to replicate and, like, try and find, like, what made the older seasons and Hillenburg's temporary return work. But, like, the newer seasons, the spin-offs, Camp Coral, Patrick Star Show, the most recent theatrical film, Sponge on the Run, like, they just don't capture it for me in the same way anymore. Like, it just kind of feels like they missed the point of, like, what the show was originally supposed to go for in the first place. And, like, I don't mean to sound like a sponge boomer or anything, like, but this is a topic I'm gonna save my breath for a video I have planned, like, sometime soon. Like, it may come out, like, sometime next month, or maybe, like, in September, or, like, I have quite a few SpongeBob projects planned for this year. Like, I have, like, the discussion, like I said, the discussion between, like, the old seasons versus the new seasons. I want to do a video on the first movie since that's turning 20 years old this year. I'm eventually going to do, like, a giant video essay retrospective on SpongeBob's 25th anniversary and see just how well it played out. But for now, I just want to discuss SpongeBob's 25th anniversary and everything that's going on so far. First off, I want to talk about all the official acknowledgements of SpongeBob's 25th anniversary, meaning, like, where Nickelodeon directly acknowledges that the show has been going on for 25 years now, and, like, that means, like, posters, that means, like, certain brand implements, like, etc. Like, that's what we're gonna do right now. So first off, we got the posters. So the first one we got was just kind of one of the worst posters I've seen to promote an anniversary for a well-known property. Like, it's literally just reusing, like, old SpongeBob stock art and renders. Like, I instantly recognized this SpongeBob render that was being used right here, and this 25 just looks boring as heck. Like, it barely has, like, I mean, I do like the SpongeBob holes they implemented right there, but, like, in the 25, but this literally just looks lifeless. This literally looks like the definition of corporate, which would probably explain why Paramount Plus is right there, but it looks garbage. It looks garbage. So thank God for, like, these brand new posters where, like, the 25 is, like, in the form of, like, a big bubble and, like, a giant Krabby Patties, and the characters are actually, like, in new poses. Like, the characters, like, it was a full drawn image. Like, these look incredible. Like, I know some people are not really a big fan of the show's new art style, but if there's one thing I really like about modern SpongeBob is just how much love and dedication is put into the animation. Like the animation still goes, like, super hard after 25 years. It's not like Family Guy where, like, they just practically gave up on it as a whole. Like, it actually, like, looks incredible. Like, these posters look incredible. They look really cute. They look really charming. Like, I really like them. Heck, Paramount Plus, like, when you load into it, the screen will, like, turn yellow, and, like, there will be a bunch of jellyfish, and then you'll eventually see SpongeBob riding a jellyfish, and he eventually greets you into watching the great movies and shows Paramount Plus has to offer. And, like, if you go and check out the SpongeBob stuff, you'll see that there's, like, a SpongeBob 25 logo, like, on all the shows and movies that relate to SpongeBob, and, like, that is just a very, very great detail that was just so important to add, and they did it in, like, such a great way. Like, I'm so glad they did that. Like, very important to give one of your most popular IPs the recognition, the proper recognition they deserve during an anniversary year. Like, that's just chef's kiss. When it all came down to big events like the Super Bowl this year, Steven Hillenburg, like, finally got the proper recognition he deserves at that event. Like, 2019, like Super Bowl 2019 just, like, absolutely failed at trying to respect Steven Hillenburg's legacy by teasing that they're gonna play Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl, like, and this took place, like, a couple of months after he died, only to, like, just not play it. They played, like, a very obnoxiously bright, like, horrible redraw of the characters, and, like, they just, like, never played the song. Like, it was terrible, but they finally got the song finally gets the recognition it deserves here. Like, well, sadly it was only on, like, Nickelodeon. Like, I don't know why they didn't play it at, like, the normal Super Bowl, which is the one I ended up watching, so I didn't really get to see it live, which was disappointing, and it also didn't make sense because, like, they played the fake one in 2019 at the normal Super Bowl, so, like, why didn't they do it here? Like, it makes no sense, but whatever, it's better than nothing. We got it on Nickelodeon. Like, it's beautiful CGI, remastered the song. Like, I'll admit, like, I was a little bit disappointed that, like, there was, like, not even 30 seconds of, like, the actual CGI animation, or what I expected the song to be, like, a full, beautiful CGI remake of the scene. Like what made the scene back in the episode Band Geeks really appealing is that, like, they just popped the fudge off with the animation. Like, they went absolutely nuts with that scene. Like, they just cooked. Nickelodeon cooked. Like, it is one of the greatest endings to any episode in cartoon history. And just argue with a wall if you don't agree. Like, I'm sorry, but that it is literally insane. Like, the scene was insane back then. It's still considered one of the greatest moments in the show's history, and I'm so glad they at least gave it some recognition in this year's Super Bowl, even if it was on one channel. And what I also really liked about the Nickelodeon version, like, even though I didn't watch it, like, I did end up watching clips of it, is that Tom Kenny and Bill Fagerbakke, actually voices of SpongeBob and Patrick respectively, actually, like, hosted the Super Bowl on Nickelodeon, and, like, like, the clips I've seen, they sound so enthusiastic to be doing it. I loved it. Like, it probably would have been so funny if, like, I actually, like, watched it. Like, I watched the normal Super Bowl because, like, that's, like, what my family does every year, but, like, holy macaroni, I maybe should have just, like, tuned in for, like, just 5 minutes, because they sound, like, so enthusiastic, and some of the lines they deliver are just, like, absolutely hilarious. Like, they sound so happy to be doing this, and I just love it. Like, so maybe they'll be doing something like this again, like, next year. I doubt it, but I really appreciate, like, Nickelodeon for going ahead and doing that and trying something new, and they just, like, cooked with it. And, like, speaking of cooking, Tom Kenny and Bill Fagerbakke basically did it again at the Kids' Choice Awards recently, which just, like, happened last weekend. Like, I think it was on Tom Kenny's birthday, and it was, like, a day before SpongeBob's birthday, I think. And, like, they sound so enthusiastic there. There was this, like, cute birthday song for SpongeBob, and, like, it was very charming, it was cute, it was just very nice to watch. And just today, and, like, I forgot to keep track of, like, when, like, it drops, but a 4K steelbook of the first SpongeBob movie in 2004 was just released, and the steelbook, like, has, like, SpongeBob holding the movie's logo, and the entire box is just basically him. Like, it looks cute, it looks charming, it looks very creative, and, like, inside I think you see, like, promotional artwork from the movie back when, like, it was coming out in 2004. And you had, like, 2 discs, like, one that plays the movie in 4K, which is, like, the best quality, and one with, like, all the bonus features, which I think because, like, this movie's, like, 20 years old, there might be some, like, new stuff on there, and like, I don't usually buy, like, 4K stuff because of, like, how overpriced they usually are, but I might think about, like, maybe like giving this a shot, like, especially since it's, like, one of my, once again, SpongeBob movie in 2004 is one of my personal favorite animated movies of all time. Like, I might have to give in. As for upcoming content, we have a brand new theatrical movie. This is going to be, like, the 4th theatrical SpongeBob movie. It's titled The SpongeBob Movie Search for Squarepants, and all we have on it so far is that it's releasing in 2025, the same day as Avatar 3, so it's going to be another movie combo day. Avatar The Search for Squarepants, Avatar Squarepants 3, whatever you want to call it. We also have an official brief plot summary, which is apparently this movie is going to revolve around SpongeBob going to the deepest depths of the ocean to face off against the Flying Dutchman. And I'm not really too crazy about this plot because it just sounds like a repeat of the first and third movie, which were both road trip films, which were both road trip movies. So this kind of sounds like it's going to be more of the same, but I'm at least hoping it's going to be better than Sponge on the Run, since, like, that was a unfortunately disappointing experience. So I'm a little bit enthusiastic about this. Like, and some of the concept art I've seen, like the official one that you'll probably find first when you go and search up this movie, is like this very cool looking art of SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs all sailing on a boat through an eerie-looking river while an evil Flying Dutchman looms in the background. And I've also seen, like, some concept art on, like, the SpongeBob wiki, and some of them range from, like, very kooky and creative, and then you just got, like, this one that just speaks for itself. I'm just gonna say that. In terms of movies that are like coming directly to streaming and DVD, we have a new Sandy Cheeks movie coming to Netflix, which leaked online a few months ago, if you remember that. Like, a lot of people watched it and said like it wasn't very good. Like, I haven't watched the movie for myself. Like, I've only seen like clips of it back when it leaked and like before it was taken down quickly. By that point it was too late. But the official promotional material for it looks pretty cool right now, and I'm at least hoping that it's better than Sponge on the Run. At the very least, like, I'm hoping that it doesn't make Sponge on the Run look like a masterpiece, but I guess I'm just gonna have to wait till early August to see. I am gonna be doing a video on it, so you'll see, like, my full thoughts, like, in that video. It's also been announced that 3 Paramount Plus movies focusing on certain characters other than SpongeBob are also being made. Like, we have, like, this, like, Plankton is been revealed to be one of the 3 characters. Like, there's a promotional still of him and Spot, and like, it looks pretty cool. Like, I am expecting probably more of that I'm probably expecting more of that than the Sandy movie, because Plankton is one of my favorite characters. Like, he always has the most clever dialogue in the show. Like, he probably is like the character that has remained like excellent over the show's 25 years. Like, he hasn't changed. Like, he's still remained like his funny villainous self. And like, Mr. Lawrence, don't fail me now. I know you got this. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, which really sucks that I'm not going to be able to experience it for myself because it would cost a lot of money to go experience it. But in the San Diego Comic-Con, which is taking place from July 25th to 28th, there is going to be an interactive recreation of the first ever SpongeBob episode, Help Wanted, which, like, apparently people get to go inside, like, SpongeBob's house and the Krusty Krab. And, like, I don't really know what that's all about, but I'll at least have fun, like, getting to know about it and, like, getting to watch videos on it. Like, I really wish I can go there and, like, experience it for myself, because man, if only I, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe plans could change, but I mean, good for all those people who are going there. Like, and I might just be stuck, like, watching, like, videos on it, which is gonna suck, but like, the fact that they're even doing that is incredible. And apparently more SpongeBob projects are gonna be revealed there, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Like, maybe I might make another discussion on those. But, like, for now, I just wanted to talk about, like, everything that was going on, everything SpongeBob related that was going on during the time of his 25th anniversary, and I love talking about SpongeBob. Like, it's a show that's had a huge impact on me, had a huge impact on my humor, the way I write, like, just, like, it's such a fun topic to discuss. Like, it was such a fun time making this video. And, like, thank you, like, for watching. Like, let's hope that they have, like, more great content planned for the 25th anniversary. I'm just, like, really ecstatic for, like, what's about to go down. Like, even though, like, I'm not really a big fan of, like, the new stuff the show is pumping out, like, the video games are at least still great, and the first 3 seasons are, like, some of the greatest seasons on television to me. Like, they're stuff that, like, I could just go back to and rewatch hundreds of times and just never get tired of them. Like, if Avatar didn't exist, like, the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob would easily be my favorite thing to come out of Nickelodeon ever. Like, more than Invader Zim, more than Danny Phantom, more than Drake and Josh, like, more than Hey Arnold, like, just, like, all that. Like, the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob are just pure bliss to me. Like, and it's what makes the franchise as a whole, like, just always have a special place in my heart. Like, and talking about all this was, like, really fun today. Once again, thank you all for listening, and that's really about it. Remember to keep calm and let life carry you on, and remember to always keep the goofy goober in your heart.